Hi, I'm Nikki from Find Me Crafting. Our family has a lot of holiday traditions, and one of our absolute favorites is a thankful or grateful tree that we keep up for the month of November. We use cardstock leaves to write down every day something that we are thankful or grateful for, and we attach it to the tree. Now that tree has taken many forms over the years. We've had many trees drawn on poster board, and those don't last more than a year. I had a big, tall fake plant that we attached them to for years, but I didn't want to store that just for that 1 month of the year. So now I have what I believe is the perfect way to display your grateful or thankful leaves. Check this out. It sits on a tabletop. It's going to be easy to store. It's really inexpensive to put together. And this is just one of the best ways to remember to be grateful for the whole month of November, not just on Thanksgiving. You can put one of these together really quickly, and I'm telling you, you are going to love having one of these in November. Come on, I'll show you how. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any new patterns or projects. Here's what you're going to need for supplies. First and foremost, you need ficus branches. If you go to Hobby Lobby, they actually call these fat ficus branch. You're going to need a vase or container to put them in. I'm going to be using this funky thing. I got this at a thrift shop. You need some kind of floral foam. I have 2 different pieces. I'm going to be using this one probably and just trimming it down so it fits in the top of my container. You need a hot glue gun and glue sticks. I'm going to be using some forest moss to cover up my floral foam. And in addition to some hot glue, I'm also going to be using something called floral pins to hold my floral moss in place. You need a Cricut or a silhouette. You're also going to want some colored cardstock in whatever fall colors you'd like to make your leaves in. You're going to need some mounting putty. This is like a sticky wall tack. It's removable and reusable. I use this for so many different things around my house, and we're going to be using it here to hold the cardstock leaves onto the ficus leaves. You'll also need a cutting mat, whatever works in your machine. This is a green standard mat for a Cricut. I'm going to be using a Cricut True Control blade to just trim down my little circle so that it fits into the opening of my container. You could also use an X-Acto knife or heck, a regular steak knife I've used in the past, and it works just fine. You want your floral foam to be small enough to fit in your opening, but not so small that it slides right past the opening. So I've jammed mine in there, and I just squeeze some hot glue around to wherever it is touching the container. At this point, pretty it ain't. So we need to pretty this up just a little bit. I'm going to take a wad of floral moss, and I'm going to kind of bunch it up so it looks better. And then you can just take one of these floral pins and stick it down into the floral moss. It'll go into your floral foam and it'll tack it down. I used 3 pins, and if you want, you could also apply some hot glue to tack down any other pieces. Now it's time to jam the ficus branches into your floral foam. You're just going to want to place them inside, push them down into the floral foam, and arrange them until they look pretty. Now it's time to make the leaves themselves. I have a Cricut, so I use Cricut Design Space. Upload the free PNG into Design Space or your editing software. If you have any trouble with this step, I have a tutorial that'll be linked up here that'll help you out. Drop that PNG into a new project and click the lock button above the measurements so you can size the whole group of leaves. You want them to be 8 inches wide and 10.5 inches in height. Next, cut them out. The PNG will cut 18 leaves per sheet of 8.5 by 11 inch cardstock. Keep in mind, you need enough leaves so everyone who will be participating has one for each day leading up to Thanksgiving. I like to cut out leaves in about 4 colors so we can get the full fall effect. Now your thankful tree is ready to be used. I like to put a sign in front of the tree that I designed that just says, "I am thankful for," and a jar with pens nearby so it's easy to fill out our leaves each night. Each of us fills out a leaf, applies a blob of mounting putty, and sticks it onto one of the ficus leaves. This tradition really helps us as a family remember and think about all the blessings we have. Happy crafting!